Hey everybody, welcome back. So, everyone knows back in the day, there was the Great British Empire. We were part of it till we decided to flip in the bird and, do our own thing. And then slowly but surely, their empire collapsed until they were all back on their teeny tiny little island. And now we're seeing the final throes of the collapse of that empire, where they're bringing in digital IDs. And there's no freedom left. We need to take that as a warning here in the United States, because our rise was way faster and our demise is coming a lot faster. So welcome back to the Green Eye Girl podcast. The world's coming to an end. So here in the States, we've been hearing warnings about digital ID forever. They talk about it in China. They can restrict your movement, everything else. Well, England has now finally decided to adopt it. Crazy. You can no longer work in Britain unless you have a digital ID. You go to jail for comments on Facebook. And before we say, oh, well, we have the First Amendment, blah, 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 please stop and take a look at how hard our government's trying to take that away from us right now. Hate speech? Really, Pam Bondi? Really? That's why women don't belong in these positions, guys. Not okay. So, the Great British Empire, they controlled the freaking world. They controlled the world. And then they started apologizing and giving stuff back. They got overthrown out of a few places here, for example. So they went from ruling the world to back on their teeny tiny island. Took a long time. Okay, it was a pretty long reign that they had going on. The U.S., let's be real, we haven't even gotten to our 250th birthday yet, guys. And our empire is collapsing in real time. If you're not seeing the great American empire come crashing to the ground, I don't know what dream world you've been living in. But it is. It's crashing down around us every 5 seconds. We were the controllers. And now some little teeny tiny country in the Middle East is making our decisions, their leaders bragging about it. We've got freaking crazy woman in charge of our judicial system saying that hate speech is different and it needs to be shut down. There's no such thing as hate speech. There's already laws against inciting violence, which no one actually enforces, by the way. DOJ, it would be great if you freaking enforced it. That would be great. Because I've watched violence be incited by the media for way too freaking long. The media pushing the narrative that Trump should have been shot and put down because he's such a hateful bigot, that Andrew Tate needs to be put down because he's such an evil, vile misogynist, that Nick Fuentes needs to be put down because he's such a hateful anti-Semite, that Charlie Kirk is such a hateful, violence inciting. Oh, wait, yeah, no. The media's been pushing these narratives and they did finally get someone killed. The nice guy. They killed the nicest guy. But they did take shots at Trump also. They've sent people to Nick Fuentes' house. They've sent people to Andrew Tate's house. Candace Owens has had stalkers who plotted her death. Are we missing something here, guys? Our empire's crumbling. Huge part of it was the Patriot Act. Our rights have been stripped for a long time, but I mean, the Patriot Act was next freaking level. All right, they allowed 9/11 to happen. At freaking best, our government allowed 9/11 to happen, and for one sole purpose, to push the Patriot Act, to take away rights, to give an excuse to put away law-abiding citizens. And there's been more and more court cases that give more and more precedent for your rights to be stripped and taken away from you. And we need to start waking up to it and start pushing back. At least slow the process. I don't think we can stop it. I really don't. I think we're an empire in absolute free fall. But if we don't find a way to slow it and put the brakes on it, our fall will be so fast and so great that there will be no recovery. Britain will still exist. It's a slave colony, okay? Once you have digital ID, you're basically in perma jail. Your entire life is jail. You say one wrong thing, you do one wrong thing, repost the wrong thing, like the wrong thing, everything in your life is going to get taken away. You'll still be able to work. You'll still be able to pay taxes. But you're not free. And slowly but surely, the US is doing the exact same thing. Okay? We have to stem the flow. We need more speech, not less. So keep pushing. Keep talking. Push back on the hate speech. If that gets passed, guys, we're so screwed. Because hate speech will mean one thing under one administration, and it'll mean something else entirely under another. And at the end of it all, everybody's a slave. I mean, we really kind of already are. There's 8 million laws in this country. Somewhere you're breaking some kind of law. Like, there is no way. Like, you can have every intention of being a law-abiding good citizen, and it won't freaking matter. There is a law somewhere that they can trip you up with, that they can get you with, if you say or do the wrong thing one time. They'll find a way. They always do. Plastic surgeon doing the right thing by his patients during COVID, helping them get their quote-unquote vaccine passport bullshit. Sent him to jail. He's just a good man who was trying to do the right thing by people. And they found a way to tie him up in a sting. Found a way to push him into prison. And the only reason he narrowly avoided it was because Marjorie Taylor Greene took up for him and got Pam Bondi, whose entire DOJ was trying very hard to ignore him. She had to get Pam Bondi directly involved. It's been 5 years of destroying a man's life for trying to do the right thing by his patients and first do no harm. Our empire's in free fall. And first off, this country wasn't ever supposed to be an empire. It was supposed to be a country for the people, by the people. And we should have just stayed out of everybody else's shit and just done our own thing. It wasn't set up to be what it has become. Our founders didn't want it to be an empire. So wake up and pay attention. It's like my third filming today. This will be my third podcast probably in a row by the time I get it all edited and posted in the next couple weeks. It'll be my third podcast in a row telling you to wake up to the realities of life and to think for yourself. You don't have to agree with me so long as you actually go look at facts. If you come to a different conclusion, great. But we weren't made to be an empire. But we're certainly not a government for the people any longer. Our government took a special recess to go kiss a wall in a foreign country and shake hands in a foreign country. They're not for you. Your grocery prices still aren't down. Your fuel prices still aren't down. Life's not getting any better for you. They can lie, tell you that it is. You see the bills, right? Wake up. Think for yourself. Listen to the words that people are saying. And it's real easy to get caught up in the emotionality of it. I'm a chick. If I can set my emotions aside and listen to things and think critically about it for 5 minutes, so can you. It's a life-changing thing. So as we watch the great British Empire come to a final close and curtain call, let's try to slow ours down so that we may avoid permajail. Maybe. So that maybe our future generations might have a shot at some semblance of the freedom that we've known and, well, frankly, my parents and grandparents and great-grandparents' generations knew much better than I do. Y'all have a great day, and please, please, I beg of you, start thinking critically about some things in life.